the rock of the 80s for the Bay Area.
I'd like to welcome to the Quake one of the great members of Black Uhuru, Puma Jones. Welcome.
Yes, here.
It's really a pleasure to talk to you, Puma, especially considering that you're one of the few Americans that's ended up being in Jamaica and being in a major reggae band. What's that like?
Well, I tell you, it's really thrilling. It's broadened my experience base tremendously, and I love it.
How did you get involved with the band? What's the story?
I escaped New York in 1977 after finishing some graduate work in New York, and I decided that perhaps Jamaica would be a great place to look employment. And actually, I went on vacation and got there and looked around, and things looked feasible. And I hung in there, and I began to explore some of my other activities in dance and singing, and that I loved for years. And it just so happened that everything, just hooked up. The right place and the right time, and I started with a group named Ross Michael and the Sons of Negos, and as he began to want to travel out, go into the States and whatnot, I wanted to deal with Jamaica a little more, and a common friend amongst us, introduced me to Ducky, and from that time we've been working together.
Now, how long has that been?
1978.
So basically ever since the major records came out on Mango and Island.
Right, since the Showcase LP.
There's a lot of controversy about the role of women in reggae music. How do you see that? And what's the reality? There's a lot of misinformation.
Well, the Rastafarian movement is a very strong movement. So most times when people perceive what's happening, it's not really in perspective. The strength that the woman has within the Rastafarian movement somehow, I think, cannot be compared to some of the independent movements that are happening amongst feminists and other forms of women's groups. We are very much play a side-by-side role with the male in a very strong forward movement. So it cannot really hold much comparison with what's happening in today's world. I think that's why the perspective gets a bit off-center. It's a rebel movement. So the women are very much, inclined that way from start.
I'm sure you write your own songs, do you?
Yes, I'm writing more and more, and I'm hoping to contribute a lot more to Uhuru in the future.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for the day they'll see a couple of Puma songs on the albums, Could you tell me a little bit about what you're writing and what kind of songs, some of your best, what they're about?
Well, right now, I'd like to kind of just work on them more, getting them exposed. I think that we're all kind of inclined to have them included on the upcoming album, that we'll be recording in Jamaica, probably the first of the year. But one that I'm most pleased with right now is called The 31st Century.
The 31st?
31st.
Now that's quite a ways away. What do you mean by that?
We are going forward, and in that time span, there's lots and lots to happen. But if you read Revelation, you would know that survival is about that time. The survival of the human race. And the time when we can expect anything close to utopia.
So we've got a lot more work to do.
A lot more. But meanwhile, there will be quite a bit of struggle, quite a bit of devastation, destruction,